Organizations stay quiet. We are seeing those who are capitulating to clearly unconstitutional threats. And these are the things that we are witnessing each day in these last few months in our country. And it understandably creates a great sense of fear. Because, there were many things that we knew would happen. Many things. I'm not here, so I told you so.
Hey. What it do, man? Hopefully you all are having a great Sunday. Right before we kick off the weekday, you know what I'm saying? Before we get back to work and all that good stuff. Thank you to whoever hit the like button. I appreciate you. Just came in, just hit it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Welcome in. My name is Marcus, a.k.a. E. I don't care what you call me. Don't you call me baby. And we are here for another episode of ACE of SPADES Podcast. Yes, we are. All right. So let me see. I should have my housekeeping down by now. Let's see. If you can, slide your finger across that like button when you come in. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do not be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and all that good stuff. All right. I think, is this the first Sunday? I think this might be this might be the first Sunday of April. So basically how it goes is Sundays is usually when I do a show for, kind of political and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I do the politicals, and then I also have an end of the month show where it's the last Sunday of the month. I will go in there and do just some kind of open mic, whatever you guys want to talk about. If there's anything you want to talk about, and all that good stuff. Yes, and then the $25, of course, I can do a bonus show, and that'd be random. I don't know what that'd be about. All right, so, but yeah, that's all. That's everything that is laid out right there. So yeah. Hey, more to love is in the building. Said, hey, family. Hey, more to love, man. And Kay is in the building. Where you been at, Kay? How you been? Hopefully all is well with you. I was just talking to Steve about you too, man. Me and Steve were just talking about you. Hope all is well. And then Miss Shanti says, "Hey, hot dogs." All righty then. So let's go ahead and get right into this thing. It will be kind of Trump heavy, political heavy. So just forewarning, all right. It was quite a bit going on, man, especially over the weekend here. So as you've seen, that was former VP Harris. It seems like she popped back out and made a little bit of an appearance on there. Thank you for whoever else hit that like button. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so they make an appearance in there. So let's see what else. I think she's in there. I think she makes another. She got something else going on. Let's see what else she got to talk about.
When one person, when a few stand with the courage, that is the courage exhibited by the leaders in this room every day, to stand, to have the courage to say, I feel fear. The courage to say what is happening is wrong. The courage to say that there is a way that we must chart to get through this. Understanding our power in the democracy we still have if we hold on to it. Courage is contagious.
What could have been, everyone? What could have been?
God dang, what could have been? Damn. Yeah. Hey, more to love. What was you laughing at, Kay? I see you was laughing. What was you laughing at, Kay? What was you laughing at over there? Hey, Miss Kay says more to love. Hey, more to love says Kay. All right. Man. Yeah. What could have been, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of stuff going on, right? One of the things that she was talking about was courage is contagious. And I don't know about y'all, but over this last weekend, I seen a lot of people come down with the contagion called the protest, right? A lot of people were in there saying, hey, man, hands off of my fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and take a look at some of that, what's going on.
Callan, this quiet scene tonight, quite the opposite just a few hours ago. At final count, rally organizers now tell us they tallied about 80,000 people here today. They tell me that's the largest rally since the 2017 Women's March about 8 years ago. This is the view from Chopper 5 Saturday afternoon as a memorable crowd grows outside the state capitol in St. Paul.
Minnesota shows up!
On the ground,
What do we say? Hands up!
booming voices of activists, Democratic politicians, and everyday Minnesotans together,
Hands up!
criticizing the Trump administration's moves in part to close Social Security offices, cut thousands of federal jobs.
Right here in Minnesota, we have roughly 18,000 federal employees who've been impacted.
On February 14th, I witnessed a group of hardworking, high-performing colleagues lose their job under the guise of poor performance. Despite their stellar reviews and achievements.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. You Shanti, don't laugh at her. She's not funny. Yeah, it was dry. What was dry? What was dry over there? Let me know. And yes, it was called the Hands Off protest. About, like they said, I think it said around 80K people, and that was in that region, man. I was over there watching on social media as it was being covered in a lot of different cities. I've seen Utah, I've seen Denver, I've seen New York, I've seen Oregon. Yeah, a lot of different areas that were really out there protest. I think Chicago as well was out there protesting as well. I was pretty much playing like, where's Willie? I was out there trying to find how many black folks I could spot amongst the crowd. It was a couple out there. You know what I'm saying? The protest was dry. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. Yeah. But they said it was a lot, a lot of people showed up across the country, man, in protests and everything like that. Paris as well. Yes. Yes, you're right. More to love out there in Paris as well, all over the world, really. That was crazy, man. Which is crazy is they said 8 years ago, I think in 2017, the Women's March was about the same amount of people were showing up for the during that time in 2017, which led me to believe, man, wait a minute, who was president in 2017? Here having Women's March against somebody here. Yeah, it was like Wells Waldo, exactly. It was Where's Willie? Let's find a black Waldo. Yeah, black folks are resting. Let them handle it. Yes, 100%, man. I covered that, I think, last week of the ancestors saying, sit your black ass down. So, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. They were, it was very little out there. But like, one thing that they were talking about was the cuts, man, and the cuts that were supposedly, people had good reviews, right? And I covered a story of a lady who voted for Trump who had good reviews, and she still got eliminated, right? So like that, like many Americans, I'm sure that are out there, I can relate because there's people that I know too who also were cut from their job, even despite of their excellent performance. And notice no police presence. Ooh, that sounded like somebody else I was talking to that was mentioning that. They was like, look at the pepper spray and the rubber bullets and the dogs. And I was looking and I was like, where? She was like, psych, ain't none. I was like, oh dang, that's wild. Okay. That's I did see some heifer get slapped. He cocked it all the way back. Whack out. The shirt said, I am the weapon. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, it seemed fairly little interaction in that area. So my whole thing is I'm wondering, with all this that is going on, there's supposed to be midterm elections that are coming up. I think some might have already passed, but I think there's some that's already coming up. I know in Texas they got their election that's coming up. Matter of fact, I believe if you're in Texas, early voting starts this month. I want to say like the 20th or so, but check your calendars to make sure. I think it's a week-long event where you can go in and get your early voting on, man. And which I bring it up because I'm wondering, with all the people that are protesting and coming out and everything, do you think it's going to be in his favor, or do you think they're going to be voting for him? As in, the representatives that are going to do what he wants, or do you think that they're going to try to put a check and balance on this guy to say, hey, we don't like what you're doing. We want to see change. So this is how we're going to see change. I wonder how that is going to play out right there. More people are definitely going to vote locally. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, because there was a lot of things that were promised. I don't know. I don't know. People believe this guy again, even though he's made promises his first term that he didn't deliver on. But he was supposed to do everything in first day. I think he was supposed to figure out the war in 24 hours with Ukraine and Russia, and I think he was supposed to lower the price of groceries and all that stuff on day one. But I think that a lot of people are not feeling that he's done that. I think a lot of people may be feeling that, hey, man, I might have got conned again. And because I watch a lot of I be a lot on social medias, man, and a lot of things that I hear is they're asking people like, hey, man, what policy did he do that benefits you? And a lot of times they really can't name any policy. They'll name what he said he was going to do, but never done. That's not a policy, no legislation or nothing. So I'm wondering if, I know that there's going to be diehard people that are going to ride with him no matter what. They could be out on the street living in a box. They'll still vote for him. But I wonder, there's some people that I've been seeing that also vote for him that are not pleased with the results that they're getting. So I would wonder if there's going to be a swing here coming up for the midterm elections, man. So y'all get out there. You find out when you got to vote or when the elections are, man. Get out and go vote. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got some woke culture in the government, man. Some woke culture in the government. Let's take a look at that.
Academy is in the process of removing hundreds of books from its library. Officials tell 11 News it's part of an order from the Department of Defense. Secretary Pete Hegseth has asked service academies to review material that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. About 400 books were pulled before Hegseth visited the Naval Academy on Tuesday.
KM Mills says, I think they are going to think twice, at least some. Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree with you, man. I think that some people, when you start messing with people money and things like that, I think that, they become unforgiving. A lot of people, man, especially, you start messing with their money. That's a big no-no. So I think a lot of people are realizing that and are maybe feeling those effects as well. So I wouldn't be too surprised that they're probably going to be rethinking who they thought they were going to vote for come time. The woke culture, man. Let's see, we're gonna do woke backwards. The ecow. We say echo. The echo culture. It's the opposite of woke culture. So it's almost as if, like, I think there was like a episode with Superman where he had like, you had the good Superman and you had the bad Superman, and like the bad Superman S was like in reverse or something like that. I could be wrong, but I thought I remember coming across something like that in my younger days, where it's just backwards, man, because they're over there getting rid of. Thank you for hit the like button as well. I appreciate you. I just seen it go up. And it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I appreciate you. But yes, the ecow, echo. We'll go echo. The echo culture is basically just woke culture backwards, where woke culture is kind of like, hey man, everybody's different. We should kind of embrace everybody's diversity. The ecow or echo, I don't know why I keep saying ecow. I might switch it to ecow. I don't know. Y'all let me know, man. I'm a trademark it. It's mine. Don't you try to take it. The echo culture kind of is backwards. They're like, man, we don't want diversity. We want it to be one. We want it to be the same, right? We don't want the diversity that comes with being, in America, really, right? And then the echo also doesn't believe in equality, right? They want to say, hey, man, the woke culture believes that, hey, we should all be equal, the same, or at least treated the same, right? Not necessarily putting any preference above anybody, but just treated the same, right? Where I think the echo culture is like the opposite. They just think that everybody should not be treated the same. Same with the inclusion, right? Woke culture wants the people to be included in every space, right? And I think that the eco culture wants, or the echo culture wants, they don't want inclusion. They want seclusion, right? They don't want people in these areas and spaces. They want to keep it to themselves. So I think that is definitely the opposite of woke. The echo or ecal, whichever one you like, culture is just that. They're just the opposite of America, really, because America is in my opinion, it's a melting pot of all sorts of different people, ideas, and cultures. So, yeah. Now, which is crazy because they said they pull they didn't want nothing black up in there. You know what I'm saying? It was like, if you got a library, take everything black up out of there because we don't want no blacks, no Hispanics, none of that. Clear that up out of there. And they said they removed like 400 books. And let's be honest. You think Pete Hefsek or whatever his name is went to the library? And if he did, do you think he was going to read any books? They try to hurry up and get him out before he got there. Like, he ain't reading none of them books. You know what I'm saying? Them books could have stayed where they was at. They was not hurting anybody. And I'm pretty sure it was highlighting great work that Americans did throughout history. So yeah, that's just wild, man. That's wild. And another thing, so Pete Hegseth is also, since we're talking about him, he's going down. He's going down to. I think he already did. I think it already passed. But basically, there was some type of transfer of the fallen soldiers. Man, normally the president go down there, but Trump decided to golf while dead soldiers returned back home.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, not Donald Trump, will attend the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. soldiers who died in Lithuania during a training exercise. Trump traveled to South Florida to attend the LIV golf tournament, which will take place at the Trump National Doral. 4 U.S. Army infantry soldiers went missing, along with an M88A2 Hercules, during a scheduled training exercise in Lithuania. American, Lithuanian, and Polish teams searched the surrounding area for days before recovering the military vehicle from a swamp and recovering the final set of remains the following day. The family members of fallen soldiers requested no media be present at the transfer, according to White House officials. Democrats, however, were quick to note the president's decision not to attend the dignified transfer. Senator Ruben Gallego wrote in a post, "The President of the United States, as of now, will not meet the remains of our service members when they land at Dover, because he will be at a golf tournament."
That is wild. He's going wild. That is I think it's highly disrespectful, man. Y'all can call it what you want to, but I think it's highly disrespectful. Kaya Mills said they don't want their ancestors or what their ancestors did to come out. Yeah, for sure. And she also says they still want people to think white people built this country with nobody else, huh? Just them all by them lonesomes. It wasn't even any natives. It was just them on here. I get you. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, man, I think that is highly, highly disrespectful for the sitting president to not show up for the fallen soldiers. And I mean, can we stop pretending that MAGA or even their leader actually cares about service members? They don't even care about the police, nobody. Can we just stop pretending that last time they beat the cops and everything, like they don't care. He said he was talking bad about McCain. He said he got captured. He likes his people who was not a POW. Sorry, POW. Crazy. Really, 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 really crazy, man. To think that they still hold any regards to service members. I mean, if you are wounded or anything like that, you're definitely out, because he thinks that's icky and gross. But yeah, they don't care. Kaya Mills says, I think the military will take offense to that. You will be surprised, Kaya Mill. You would definitely be surprised. I have been in some social media spaces where vets don't care. Like, they really don't care. Of course, there are a large majority that do, right? Don't get me wrong. There are a large majority that do, but it would amaze you and astonish you. Yeah, you'll be shocked at how many vets that just like, yo, I don't know if you ever seen Steve Wilkos, but there's this point where they're like, out of all the bad things he did, like, you still gonna stick by him, and the lady's like, that's my man, that's my man, right? That's kind of what it is. They're just like, that's my man, that's my, even after he did all that, that's my man. I'm gonna stick with my man. So that's it. That's so there's a group that's just gonna stick with it, but I find that it is very disrespectful and disgusting that he would not be there. Now I don't know if you matter of fact the fact that he was gonna be out there golfing too, right? So I think if he was doing something maybe job related, maybe it would be looked at different, but to skip it to just go golfing, man, that seems pretty crazy. That seems pretty crazy to me, man. Like it's just no regard. No regard for life, no regard for the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? It's just because you can golf any day, right? Like it's only these guys are coming, their remains are coming in now, and you chose to go golf. I remember back in the day where he was like, "Man, I ain't gonna do no type of, I ain't gonna do no type of, what was he saying? No, I'm not taking no breaks." This is during when he was running when Obama was coming out and he was coming in, and he was like, "I'm not taking no breaks. This guy is always golfing. I ain't never gonna be golfing or nothing." Like. Obama golf more than the people that play in the PGA. Like, oh, it's like, dog, like, but you, yeah. I mean, but he's a liar, so it's not surprising. I'm sure to some, to a lot. And the crazy part is that there were people who were foreign adversary, or no, foreign allies who were out there looking for him, looking for those bodies, man, looking for those soldiers. Who passed away during that training exercise. And you know, it's crazy to think that we have foreigners who will be closer to their bodies than our own president. Our own president will not be in attendance where their body is going to be at. But we have foreigners that were. That's wild, man. I guess he couldn't be bothered. I guess he had to go swing them clubs, man. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I heard. I don't know if y'all remember what they said, but in there they said that there was gonna be no cameras during the exchange. Do you think he didn't come because there wasn't gonna be any cameras? Like it wasn't a publicity. It wasn't gonna be enough. He wasn't gonna get any credit for going, so he decided not to go. You think that could have been a thing? Or maybe he was just like, yo, I was just already booked up that day, and they just passed away at a bad time for me. Maybe. I don't know. All right. But even then, I told you it's going to be a little bit of some Trump stuff here, okay? So just bear with me. All right? Because this is the last ridiculous thing because I talked to one of my homeboys, man, and he just has this idea that, hey, man, certain things are just going to fall in place to like prevent certain things from happening. And if it does happen, then there's going to be a group of military people that voted him in and loved him so much. But when he just crossed that line, they're going to be like, hey, man, I can't do this. Which, again, I'm not sure if I heard anybody, Trump supporter, a hardcore Trump supporter, even acknowledge like what could be done for him to lose their support. I'm not sure if I ever heard one say what that would be, but I told him I'm a little skeptical because these guys are really fanatics for this guy, but he's looking to do something that nobody has ever talked about or done before, at least out loud.
President Donald Trump says he is not joking about serving a third term, even though the Constitution does not allow for this. Trump told NBC News today there were, quote, methods that would allow him to serve another term. He also acknowledged it's too early to think about this right now. The 22nd Amendment says, quote, no person shall be elected to the office of president more than twice. It was added in 1951 after FDR had been elected president 4 times in a row.
So, yeah, you got that. It's too early to even be talking about it. It's crazy. We're going to talk about it. Okay, we're going to talk about it, but it's just a little too early. Right? I just got in. Let me do some things, and then we'll circle back around to subverting the Constitution, which is wild. K.M. Mills says, I think he feels like nobody's going to check him, and he doesn't care. 100%. I think people do try to check him, but he's just like, well, he's just like a child, like, right? Like, but what if I do it, right? Like, what are you going to do if I do it? I know you said don't touch the cookie, right? I know that's the law you put down, but I'm just asking, what will happen when I do it, though? What that's what I need to know. So, I think I think it's been plenty of people that try to check him, and he's just like, well, what's going to happen? And until the until the sorry, I was doing something real quick. But until there is a consequence, it's going to be just a regular thing. It's just going to be happening. And that's it. Right? He's just going to keep doing whatever it is that he wants to do. And that's going to be it. He's not going to if there's no consequences, why would he change? Right? Give me 1 second real quick. I got somebody that said they wanted to come up. Let me get the link out to you real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. Not that one. Right there. All right, go back. Actually, you know what, Unc, you could have hit the same link. I don't think it changed. So you can hit the same link, but I'm going to send you another one. But yeah. You know what I mean? Until there's any change, until there's consequences for the action, nothing's going to happen. Because, I mean, you got to figure, look, he tried to steal the election, right? He tried to steal the election. What was the consequence? He got a mugshot, right? What was the consequence? So if there was no consequence for it, what makes you think he's not going to try to do some slick shit again? Let's be honest. Let's be real, right? Wait, what do you think is? Why you think he's going to think that's going to change anything? Yeah, no, it's not. It's not going to change anything at all. So, yeah, unless there's any consequences to it, I don't think there's anything that's going to change at all. Yeah, because like I said, the people that will fight for him as well, they took an oath to uphold the Constitution as well, and they're perfectly fine with him skirting it. So I don't think you're going to be looking to see too much of anybody kind of stepping in away from that area. I believe I heard that they were trying to hinge it all on the. Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay, so. One of the things that they're trying to hinge it on is, like, there's a lot of things that would be required in order for him to be able to ratify, I think it was the 13th Amendment or something like that. Was it 13, 14? You know what I'm talking about. A lot of things would have to take place for notify. Because I think 13th is like slavery or something like that. But it would take a lot for him to do that, right? And one of the things that they're looking at is hinging it on the word elected, right? So they're looking like, okay, well, hey, maybe... Let's say we run, who we got now? Vance. Let's say he runs Vance. Vance wins. He's VP. So therefore, Vance steps aside and then lets him in. Or let's say he's not even on the ticket per se. And let's say Vance is on the ticket and Vance got another VP. Those two win, and then whoever his VP is, he steps aside, lets Trump in, and then J.D. Vance relinquishes power to him, and he tries to become president for another 2 years, or another 2 terms. So that's what they're hinging on. That's what they're trying to tweak with to say, okay, that's not necessarily true. We got hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me set something up real quick. Let me see here. We're gonna go take it here. I don't think I need you on there, but we're gonna see. All right, put that there. Put that there. We're gonna go with number 1, and we'll assign you to number 1, and voila, you should be in there. It says you're in the green room. I think you might have to come out on your end, because I definitely got you assigned. But yeah, I think you. Hold on, is it on my end? There you go. All right, say something real quick.
Take me off the TV, man.
You're not. We went through this last time. You're not on the TV, Hunk. All right.
Folks is looking for folks. I got ops, man.
Yeah. You are. If you look at the video, you are not.
I got
You're
ops.
not on there at all.
I got ops.
All
Right?
right. Yeah. I don't want them type of problems. All right. I don't want the type of problems. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm blessed, nephew.
That's good to hear.
Once again, man, just so proud of you, proud of your format, proud of your platform, proud of you perpetuating really, really knowledge and wisdom and giving folks a voice, you know. But getting to I could, I'm so slow, man. I can't catch up. I can't catch up, but getting to where you was talking about referring to the line.
Yeah.
There is no line, man. The line been gone, bro. The line is the courts.
Yeah.
It's the justice system. And once he starts to defy the judges, knowing that it ain't nothing gonna get done about it, then we already in a constitutional crisis, but now we got to take to the streets, man. It's the only way. The people gotta take to the streets. I ain't talking about doing no violent stuff,
Yeah.
but the people gotta, I mean, look at California. They already talking about working out their own tariff deals,
Yeah.
with China and other places,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. So I think the courts could still be in play, but I think it's going to take the courts, to actually act. They're going to have to start putting these, dealing out penalties to these individuals in order to weaken the structure. Because right now they feel like everybody in the structure feel like they are untouchable. But once somebody gets touched, I think it'll then get everything moving where it need to be.
I agree, but they weak. Right now, man, the courts are fragile,
Yeah.
and they hesitate. They have to hesitate before they make decisions. Where before they would just normally make a decision.
Yeah.
This guy is capable of a lot of bloodshed, man.
Yeah.
And can we make it to the midterms? Hopefully maybe they can put up some checks, and balances there. Maybe even impeach him.
Yeah.
But it's folks, those of us that didn't want to get out and vote, and then those of us, that wanted to come to America and assimilate since they put up the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't lying.
All you got to do is get here, because you ain't gonna be on the lowest. You ain't gonna be on the bottom, bottom limb.
Yeah. You got somebody to land on right down there.
Oh Lord, you got somebody to look down on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is, though. That's definitely how it is. Hold on, I got K. Emil that says that's why he's running the country in running the country in a few months. I think that's supposed to be ruining the country. And then Miss Shanti says, "Hey, favorite uncle," says Miss Shanti.
Hey, beautiful, my beautiful. I miss my shiver.
You don't have to lie to her. You don't have to lie to her. K. Emil says, "I think he's trying to provoke bloodshed." Yes, that's exactly what Uncle's saying. So yeah, I definitely think that I wouldn't be too surprised at that.
If we get out and make it just like yesterday. Now there are people, man, that I listen to that I love, that they speak wisdom. But they say we should have been out there, right?
Mm.
But I think we did the right thing, to just sit out. And you, man, if you notice, they out there singing, we ain't gonna let nobody turn us around, and all the old Negro marching anthems.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we'd have been out there, that would have gave him an excuse to you noticed yesterday you didn't see no tanks, you didn't see no riot gear, no nothing.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
right? But I think we're playing it smart, But we need to show we do need to show some support, but from afar. I think.
No, I definitely, 100% agree with that because if you look at the numbers, especially when you break it down by race, when it came to voting, we didn't ask for this. Largely, white folks at large voted for him, and Hispanics male, I think to be specific, went for him in large numbers as well. So
That's how they do.
yeah, it's definitely not. we didn't do this.
Matter of fact, we tried to tell them.
We tried to tell him. Yeah, yeah,
You
because
know,
we already knew.
Listen to black folk talk. We always, when we talking about social justice and things and equity, and the equality and all that, we always say black and brown,
Yes,
right? I don't never hear them say brown
brown
and
and
black.
black. Yeah,
Not once I ever heard them say that. You
yeah,
know, I mean, I'm not saying I ain't got love for them,
yeah.
but they need to wake. They need to wake up.
Yeah. No, I definitely
You know,
agree. I definitely agree with that.
that was foolish. And
It
black men who couldn't stand a strong black woman.
yeah.
You know, you know.
Yeah, because
So
that's the crazy part. Because I showed a clip of former VP Harris, and it's like she had 20 plus years, but somehow she was still unqualified. It made
unqualified, man.
it made no sense at all. But
Unqualified.
to somebody it did,
I
I
got
guess.
three. I got three neighbors in a row on my block, and they're about youngsters like you.
Okay,
They might be a little young, but they own homes, right?
okay,
And they all black, young brothers. And they all voted for Trump.
yeah,
Okay, but it's like I say, if your parents, if you ever pick cotton, or your parents pick cotton, and you voted for Trump, I got a problem with that.
yeah,
But these youngsters, man, some of them they don't put in the work to know they're here. Some of them don't even know who Emmett Till is, man. Right here in Mississippi,
yeah,
never heard of
yeah,
Emmett Till.
yeah,
So we got to wake them up, bro.
yeah.
Woke
I
is a
mean,
bad word, you know.
because my whole thing is that they used to use black folks to turn in other black folks.
Hmm.
So for
Hmm.
me to act as if we all march to the same beat is just not true. Some people have and have I think acquired a colonial mindset of where they have
Thank you,
to be
thank
better
you,
than or view themselves as
thank
better
you,
than the same people that look exactly like them in the
thank you,
same situations. You can be
thank
in the
you,
same areas,
thank
but
you,
for some reason they
thank you,
believe that the Caucasians' water is or ice is colder
it's it's
than
it's,
their own.
it's
So
well, I call them Coonarians.
yeah,
You
I mean
know,
it's
you
it's an
know.
acceptance. I think it's an
I hate to
acceptance
say
thing.
it. Well, it's not. It's a one-sided acceptance.
Exactly.
It's look at Byron Donalds. Look at what they gave him and Tim Scott and all them. What they get?
Yeah, yeah, and they worked hard for him. They
Oh
worked
man,
hard
they
for
worked
Trump, and
hard.
they
They
couldn't even get
signed
in the cabinet.
one of Byron Donald said Trump was his daddy. Daddy's daddy. Now I seen him rub him on the head after he got done talking.
Yeah, that's one of the good ones. That's one of the good ones. I think he said.
One of the good ones, and we got him.
We
And them
got
is the
him.
ones, bro. Bro,
We
if
got
we
him.
if we nephew if things don't change, them same ones is in our families.
Yes.
Them same ones, we got to watch out because they're what we say to them
Yeah.
because they'll be the ones that'll rat us out.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
I hate to say it.
It's been
I,
documented in
I got
history. It's
I
been
got to tell
documented
you,
in
bro.
history.
Throughout
So
history,
yeah.
it's a proven formula.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not, you know what I mean? I can't be surprised at it because nothing's new under the
Yeah,
sun.
ain't no need not to surprise when you
Ain't
find
no
out
need
who
to have
ratted you out.
surprise, man, because you know, like I said, it's that validation sometimes that I think that people, you know, because I'm like, hey, man, we can create our own. We can create our
Brother.
own, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But we can seek the validation of us instead of the others. For instance, in the Oscars or in the what other awards that they give out to entertainers that they'll boast about it once they get it. You know, because that's the validation that they've been waiting on. Is that Grammy? You know.
Well, if you're an artist and your art is appreciated, that's one thing.
Well, no, what I'm
But
saying
but
is that I don't think that should be the validation point, though. I think that we should have our own, and that look for the acceptance in that, not for them, because a lot of people may feel like they're not good enough if they don't get that acceptance trophy from that crowd.
oh, I feel you. But still, I mean, and I'm gonna repeat what I just said.
Mhm.
If you're an artist and your art is shown appreciation, that's one thing. But man, we need to be shown appreciation for algebra. We need introducing algebra to the
I hear
world.
you. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Science, the arts, the stars, the moon. Where the Europeans had to send Africa to send the Europeans had to send Galileo to Africa
Yeah.
to learn something from Africanus. See,
Yeah.
all that's been deleted. If they right now they trying to delete George Floyd, man.
Yeah.
George Floyd.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
Jackie
I'm
Robinson
saying?
too. They just tried to delete him off of the website of the White House website.
I called them trying to delete the Tuskegee Airmen, and I
Yep, they
went
were in
smooth
that
off.
too. Yep.
Boy, I had a
Yep.
fit about that one.
Yep.
You ain't finna delete the ski. And Doris, what's that brother that when in 1941 when Pearl Harbor got bombed,
Mm.
and there was a brother that was a cook, Doris something, I can't think his last name,
Yeah.
run up and man the guns and shot down so many,
Wow.
Japanese plane. Yeah, they had them there for a while. So if
Yeah.
y'all don't want anybody that wants to know their history, it's out there.
Yeah.
But you gotta dig.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because
Gotta dig.
you got to dig a little harder because they trying to erase that right now.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. But it's there.
Give me a
if
second,
you
real
wanna
quick. I'm
learn.
gonna see what the comments are saying. That's the problem. They I think I was supposed to be look down on us so much they think we are unbelievable. And Kay also said that because they don't teach the history anymore. More to Love says Butterball. Black Wall Street proves we can do our own. Yes, 100%. And that was my whole thing is that, yeah, I think that, and it's been shown in history several times that we have pulled up ourselves by our proverbial bootstraps and did quite well for ourselves until we did a little bit too well. And then they decided to come through and level it out.
Well, and hugs and kisses to Butterball and Motor Love and Shanti, but man, and I agree 100%. But there was more than just one Black
Well,
Wall
I
Street.
said, yeah, a few of them. There was a
Yeah,
few.
there's
Yeah.
some of them is underwater now.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of them is underwater, man.
Yeah.
So we have to teach us. I try to teach my grandkids, man, something. I don't want to burden them down.
Yeah.
I don't want to like give them curriculums,
Yeah.
but I want to plant seeds.
Mm.
So later on, maybe they'll circle around. If they don't want to gravitate toward it, then they can circle around and say, well, you know what, Papa wasn't lying, Uncle wasn't lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man, we need to I think this is right now, this is a battle for democracy. right
Yeah,
now.
100.
I think that matter of fact, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think we all need to we all need to learn how to arm ourselves. Um, uh, we just need to be armed and aware.
Yes.
I'll just say it like that.
Yeah, I'm always for the Second Amendment. That's why they want to erase it. Says KML. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, follow me
Mm-hmm.
real quick. Stay with me, Uncle Earl. I'm gonna go to the next topic real quick. And it had to do with someone. I'm off of the Trump right now. Okay, we're off of politics.
Okay.
But there
Okay.
was
I'm with you.
what's that?
I'm with you.
All
I'm
right,
with
bet,
you. I'm
bet.
with you, nigga.
So I'm about to show a clip real quick of an individual who was out there doing their own thing, was getting groceries and everything, and then all of a sudden, man, he got rolled up on. Check it out.
President Donald Trump says he is not joking about serving a third term, even though the Constitution does not allow for this. Trump told NBC News today there were, quote, methods that would allow him to serve another term. He also acknowledged it's too early to think about this right now. The 22nd Amendment says, quote, no person shall be elected to the office of president.
A black man returns his groceries at Whole Foods after being falsely accused of theft. We got the video. Here it is.
Now come back. Where you going? You want to see my receipt? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got a lawsuit now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where you going? Where you going? Come on. Come on. I want a refund for all the. I want a refund for. Where's the manager? You can't tell me. Tell me don't come back. What you? I want a refund. Now, what did you say to me?
Do you have a receipt?
For what?
For the.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Yeah. Why?
Because you didn't purchase. That's all of our product right there. I mean, you didn't pay for it.
Okay. All right. Hey, excuse me. I've been accused of stealing, so I want to return everything I got.
Okay. Do you have the receipt?
Yeah.
Just so they can hear. All right. Yeah. So as you guys seen, he just rolled up, was getting his groceries, right? Doing his thing. Everyday, regular activity that a lot of us partake in. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they say, "Well, hey, man, you're stealing," right? Which is crazy because my question would be is what was the thing that he was doing that led them to believe that he was stealing? Because if you think about it, okay, you walk through the store, you put the groceries in there, right? Then you go pay for your groceries once you're done, and then you're walking out with your groceries, right? So what in that exchange, what was different? What was the thing that made them say, Eureka, we got one, right? Because I can't think of anything that would have been done any different because he had his stuff in the bag. He obviously had his receipt.
I can.
I'm sure you can, and we probably thinking the same thing, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and with
it. he was shopping while black.
There it is. There it is. Exactly. That was
that's
it.
What it was.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Some of them could have been mad because they couldn't afford what he had in his budget.
Come on now.
You know, some of them, you know, man, I got to get to heaven. You know, I ain't.
Yeah, no, because I'm with you on it. I'm with you right there.
Yeah, I know. The brother was shopping while black, man.
Exactly. More to love. Let's see what More to Love had to say. She said, a mess and I would have done the same thing, and they had the nerve, or I think that's supposed to be the nerve to tell him to calm down when he had everything or every right to be angry. Says More to Love.
That's what they do.
Miss Shanti says nothing, just in the store while being black. More.
Calm down. You know, but, you know, you're gonna morph into a beast. You know. Yeah. What you? Oh man, they suck.
Yeah, look, don't call me a liar and don't call me no thief, especially when I work hard for what I got.
You're right, bro. For
you know
family.
What I'm saying? And when I work hard on my reputation.
Yeah.
What's that?
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, you carrying something home to your family.
Come
You
on
know.
now. Come on.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got to steal nothing. They the ones being there stealing.
Exactly. And like I said, I don't think there was anything that separated him from anybody else of what he was doing. Obviously, he went through and I think he made a point to go to the lady who checked him out. Because he already knew, I paid for this. But since they want to act the fool.
I don't even that kind of foolishness, nephew. I don't even entertain with them no more. I'm in my 60s now.
Yeah.
You know, if you wanna know something, you go back to cash register number 1 and ask them.
Exactly. Go check your video tapes or whatever it is that you need to do.
And if you gonna detain me, you gonna have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I ain't talking about it. Ain't got to be no shooting and nothing. All I need to do is call a lawyer. You know.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's gonna be peacefully. You know, but I'm gonna get paid.
Oh yeah, because it is still against the law to discriminate, I believe. So,
I don't know if we can do that anymore. I don't know if we can do that anymore. I think we lost our civil rights.
Do that anymore. So, I know he was quick to say, "Yep, come on, get this lawsuit."
Yeah, I don't think we got any civil rights no more, bro. You know,
they trying to take them away. They definitely trying to do that.
Yeah, they digging in it pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see what K Emil says it's going to get worse. Yeah, 100%. And More to Love says make me want to shop at the store just to return it back. I'm petty like that. I hear that. More to Love. And that's the thing too,
get a whole bunch of stuff.
Because are you familiar with the Target and the boycott that was going on with that? Because they have started to, or not started to, but they.
If I go buy groceries, me and my wife drive to Mobile, Alabama, and go to Costco's.
Okay.
And you know why?
Yeah.
You know, and so that's all I can do. You know, now sometimes I got to go in Walmart and pick up a prescription.
Yeah.
You know, but even then, I walk straight out, man. I don't go nowhere near they cash registers.
I hear that. Yeah, man.
My money,
and they losing money.
I
think they was losing billions of dollars just off of the boycott itself. So
that's
I think that definitely needs to be brought to awareness on how effective the black dollar is.
Thank you. It's I think the black dollar in America right now, I think I think we rank I think probably 6 to 12 trillion.
Okay.
I think a year.
Yeah.
But we're more than all the third world countries. I mean, our black dollars, if we made them work together,
yeah,
boy, we could do some things, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Do some things, nephew.
Yeah.
You know, y'all, and I'd like y'all to do it. You know, y'all younger than me. I ain't gonna be around. Y'all got time. You know.
Yeah.
Time is a currency. You youngsters are gonna have to realize that. You know, time is a currency.
Say that again. Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
So.
No, I'm with you on that one. K. Emil says when Dumpy Face rolled back that DEI, it emboldened them to start doing that, and the police will back it. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
The police got qualified. They're gonna get qualified immunity.
Yes.
And it's just and that's why I try to be home before it get dark, bro.
Nah, you ain't lying.
You know, I try to take care of my business. You know,
in the
and
broad
I try
day.
to get home. Yeah, I don't even know.
So you can see everything that's going on.
Hey, nephew, when I turn in my car, I make a hand over hand turn.
Yeah, exactly. I know that's right.
I don't want nobody saying nothing to me.
Can't say I got nothing up in my hand now. No, so yeah, I definitely think that that should be brought aware into that area, man. If these people are profiling, racially profiling individuals, and all that, because I think that it wasn't called for. I don't think it was called for. Again, you have so much resources. There's so much technology out here that's gonna let you know. You can go check the tapes. Like I said, you can check with the registers. There's a lot of steps that could have been done, and you could have been more respectful and courteous and to the person that you're talking to, because you know what? There's been times I've learned how to talk to people because I'm not always right.
That's right.
So if I go 100% in on somebody and then I'm wrong, it doesn't work for me.
Well,
it doesn't work for me.
Nephew, I saw the tape the other day. I guess they call it tape. Maybe they shorts or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But the white policeman, it was nighttime. They put over this young black sister off the road. And right off the bat, he was yelling at her and screaming at her. And you could tell she was scared to death. And he wouldn't de-escalate. He escalated, you know.
Yeah.
You know, instead of saying, ma'am, we need to have a talk about, the speed limit. We need to have a conversation about the speed limit. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
You know, he was yelling at her like he was getting ready to shoot her.
Wow.
Scared her so bad that he's like, turn around and put your hands up and walk backwards to me and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And scared her so bad that she actually got back in her car and drove off.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff don't make no sense, man.
No.
You know, it broke
Not
my
at all.
heart.
It
Broke
seems
my
like
heart
they
to see it.
lose professionalism a lot of the time, man. I cover some stories, and sometimes the black cops be the worst when they around.
I had one. Man, go ahead. I had
No.
one. Put a gun in my head.
I was gonna say,
I had a black cop put a 9mm in my head. And it was three other white cops in the room.
Yep.
It was the black cop.
Yep. I covered it, man. There was one where this guy was just coming from getting grocery. He got stopped, and the white cop is telling him, "Hey, man, hit your arms out. If you don't do what I do, it could be some problems, right?" And then the black cop coming around, "I'll blow your fucking brains out." It's like, dude, why are you? Wait a minute. Why do you have to take it there?
That's you know what? I was 26 or 27 in Las Vegas, and it hurt me so bad because he threw me up back then at the early 90s, I think it was, late 80s, early 90s. Kids my age was considered a problem. Black kids, automatically a stereotype, and he grabbed me in front of all the white cops and my friends, my white friends I was at their house.
Wow.
And he said, "Oh, you one of them bad ones, ain't you?" This is what the black cop did to me. Threw me up against the wall. Now, after he pulled the gun on me, threw me up against the wall. And after they ran my info, it came back with nothing. Right? They took the cuffs off. He took the cuffs off. And I looked at him and I said, "Sir," I said, "Man," I hope you live to retire. I hope you live to retire, brother. If you go around think everybody gonna lay down like I just did,
yeah,
you're gonna go around and do it, treat everybody like you just treated me. I hope you live to retire. And I meant it. I didn't mean it in a because he was young.
Yeah.
Like you say, trying to make himself look good in front of them.
Yep.
Instead of telling them, get a brother a break.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He ain't got
How
nothing.
crazy is that? To be like, to be able to empathize because you were in that situation at one point in time. But it's like once they get the power, now they got to prove that they're not like them.
Not like them.
Yeah.
Boy,
they got to try to prove that.
Man.
And it's like, man, it's crazy on how hard they'll go to and how far they'll go to prove that they're not like us.
Ain't that something? They'll move all over town, move all out the way, and then I'm not a guy. I believe in love.
Yes.
Okay. You know, I wish my kids would marry within their race.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. But if they marry outside of their race, this is something your grandma used to tell us. If they marry outside of your race, marry somebody that's gonna uplift you.
Yeah.
You know, marry somebody that's gonna do right by you.
Mm.
You know, the same thing about my kids. I tell you, y'all marry who you want to marry. You know, I already married somebody that's gonna love you
Yeah.
and do right by you. I don't care what about all that.
Yeah.
But these particular guys, they seem to be granted it's like a gift to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a token wife. I'll be
Yeah.
honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I done said it. It's out there.
100%. Yeah. Because I ain't seen them. They go for a particular type, so I
You
understand.
can have them. You can have them, man.
I understand. More than love says the sheriff pulled me over in the daytime because one of my daytime running headlights was out. I told him it might not even. Or I'm sorry. I told him it's not even dark, but he still ran my license.
Boy,
Yeah.
you crazy.
Yeah. They
But
just
see,
be
he
looking
had no
for.
right to even ask her for her life. See, that's why we need to know our rights. You know,
Yes.
he had no right to even approach her. You know,
Yes.
what you worried about my lights for? In the
Yeah.
daylight.
In
You
the
know, you got
daytime, it's
now when the
crazy.
sun go down, that's different. You know, but we have to know. You know, I don't have to give you anything. But then by the flip side of that, we don't need more Sandra Bland's.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
on the flip, especially now because they got rights and power now that they just didn't. You know, they don't have no checks and balances right now.
Yeah. No, there isn't. There
You
isn't,
know,
and like you said, they
I hate it. I hate it, brother.
get immunity.
Yeah, they
So
got qualified immunity.
yeah.
Got unions. Unions pay for all anything they do. They just get suspended and go to the next. Look at the boy
And
down
then
down in Texas. Look at the boy down in Texas that stabbed the kid the other day. Right?
yes.
Carmelo Anthony. Right?
Hmm.
That's his name.
Oh wow. Okay.
That white boy was a bully. He had twin brothers. They was athletes, school athletes, and bullies. Okay? They got pictures of them holding automatic rifles, right?
Wow.
Out in the woods and all that kind of stuff. Push this black kid, right?
Yeah.
And Carmelo told him it was raining. He was happened to be under their tent at a particular track meet. Another tent. They didn't like him being in this particular tent. These two twin white boys.
Yeah.
They pushed him. They pushed his 4.0 student. This brother is now.
Wow.
They pushed him once. He said, "Push me again and see what happened."
Mm.
And the guy wouldn't push. The kid wouldn't push again, and he killed him. He stabbed him and killed him.
Yeah.
This was just, So now, I want him to get. I want this kid to be invited to the State of the Union,
Yeah.
just like they invited, just like.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
You,
I'm
you
listening.
women that view? This kid ought to be a nasty.
I'm listening, man. I hear you. I hear you though. I hear you though. No, I hear you.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I want him to be invited to the State of the Union. I want him to
Yeah.
get a suit coat and a spaceship hat and whatever they give him.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I want him to
I
get
hear
that.
you. I hear you.
just
Because they
stand your
prop up.
ground.
They prop up so many that because I think man, the guy Dylan, what was his name? Dylan Ruth.
Dylan Ruth. Yeah. The guy in the church.
No, not the church. I'm sorry, not the church. The one that was out there with the activists. He brought a gun.
And they love that. They love him to death.
Trump.
They moved him.
Trump brought him in. I think it was after he might even won the presidency. He brought him into his suite at a ball game, if I'm not mistaken.
Trump, that kid was also at the
Rittenhouse.
Something. Rittenhouse. That's his name.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh, he get to go to all the special things.
Yeah.
You know, and the guy that choked out the Michael Jackson impersonator on the subway
Oh
in New York
yeah,
City,
yeah,
they invited him to the State of the Union.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I expect to
So
see this
that's
brother.
why I said I
This
hear
brother,
you.
hey, you stand your ground, laws. This brother, he show how it worked to perfection.
I'm
Right?
telling
He
you,
stood his ground.
he had
Right?
the
So let's
what
see
did he
what
say?
happens.
The complexion for protection.
Yeah, yeah. Well, oh, he did. Yeah, he handled his business. I know that. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I'm not advocating it. You know,
Oh,
and
you
then
talking
and
about
you
the
know what
other?
they
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
But you know what they saying. But you know what they saying about this young brother, this 4.0, 16-year-old student, Carmelo Anthony with a K,
Mm.
is that what they're saying is, well, why would he be at a track meet with a knife?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. Why would y'all come on,
Not
right?
not
As much as y'all
why
want
would
everybody to
the
have
one student
weapons,
be putting their hands on another student, huh?
well, yeah, what they like to say, what they, they Second Amendment rights and our Second Amendment rights is two different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just it's always been like that. But why would it? But, probably 40% of the people there had something on them. What you mean? Why he had
Yeah,
a knife?
I think I think the question would be why did the young man decide to put his hands on another young man? I think that should be
Boy, you
the
preaching
first
now.
thing to be looked at.
You preaching.
Because I don't think if you don't have one, I don't think you have the other.
Well,
If you don't
but they
have
got
him, go ahead.
they got Greg Abbott, brother. They got Hot
Oh.
Wheels.
Yeah.
You
You know
and,
what? Because
and,
there was another guy. They got Dan Patrick, I think his name is, who and Abbott. He already, because there was a Black Lives Matter protest going on. Somebody brought a firearm and shot somebody that was in the protest, and he was found guilty. Tell me why not shortly after the governor pardoned him. They got,
okay.
and that's the thing
So
is that
was the guy black? That
no, I don't think the guy was black that he shot. But I think
oh,
he was at a Black Lives Matter rally.
and he killed him. Well. Look at your attorney general.
That's what I'm
Look at
saying.
Ken
Dan
Paxton.
Patrick.
I mean, Dan Patrick, whatever.
Yeah, I think his name
No,
Dan
I'm talking
Patrick.
about Ken. I'm talking about Ken Paxton, the
Paxton.
attorney general.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's all. That's just nothing but thuggery and thievery and projection going on down there in Texas politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be. It used to be like that in Louisiana for years.
Okay.
And it still is to some extent. But the politics, man, down in Texas, was it down there where no, it was in Florida, where the girl messed around and accidentally voted in the wrong precinct. And next thing they got the SWAT coppers and the people
Yeah.
dropping down on the roof, putting them freckles on them with them beamers, with them
Yeah.
lights,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and all she did was didn't know.
I covered
the
something like
vote.
that as well, of where they had people that believed that their rights got restored, went out to go
Mm-hmm.
vote. They were asking people at the poll, hey, are we okay to do this? Is this cool? And they're telling them yes all the way through. And then,
Yeah,
sure enough, they started sending sheriffs out there to start arresting them. And they're like, dude, we
Yeah.
asked.
yeah.
And they yeah. So
Well,
I think it was just another form
we-
of voter intimidation.
well, nephew, I'll just let you know like this. We made our down payment, and it's in blood in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
In blood. I mean, we can get to the sweat and the tears and the prayers, and all of that. But we need our young to start with probably your generation, to go back, because I can't tell y'all, I can't go back further enough for me to go back, for y'all to go back to where my knowledge begins. you need to really start now.
Yeah.
I got up this morning studying how King George of Scotland was black. You know, and
Wow.
things like that, and all
Yeah.
these other just the erasure, the slow erasure of Black history. To
Yeah.
contradict, and then you project your shortcomings onto us, right? And put it in writing,
Yeah.
and everything that's dark, you paint it light.
Exactly.
You see, I told
100%.
I told I'm gonna say this, and then but I was telling Sienna the other day, you know, I, man, I can't believe I had to say it. I said, Sienna, she getting ready to go to college. I
Oh
said,
wow.
everything that, yeah, that girl getting ready to go to college.
Dang.
And I,
Where
I
did the
told
time
her,
go?
I said, everything that you have learned in history in, throughout your education is a lie. It's a lie.
Yeah.
I said, if you believe it and you walk by it, then you're almost playing out a script,
Yeah.
you know, that's been set up, and but you need to take the time, you know, and don't take Pawpaw's word for it, you know, and just look up little things at one at a time.
Yeah.
I sent you nephews a link. I hope you check the brother out,
Yeah.
and then there you go. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, but don't stop digging right there.
Yeah.
It's deep, bro. That's
Because
all I
it
have to say.
definitely goes deep because it's been a hard fight to erase it, and they've been trying so
They've been
hard. 'Cause I know
trying.
that Florida
They've
they
been
they
trying.
definitely was getting them books up out of there as well. So um, yeah, anything black they were trying to definitely get rid of it. More Love says the clear people have knives attached to them to their pants in Walmart. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Um,
Not what she said.
she
Knives
said that
attached to a pant.
the clear people have knives attached to their pants in Walmart, so they just walking around with knives.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they they waiting on something to jump off, huh?
I don't know, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah, but I'm not.
say.
All I'm saying is this. I'm saying is this. Um, I don't want to go out. I don't intend to go out a certain way. Now if that's the way my journey ends, that's where it ends.
Yeah,
But if I can help it, they can have all the knives they want to have.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Because this it's gonna be on. It's gonna be some fireworks, some going up in there.
yeah,
I mean, I hate to say it, man,
yeah.
but this is the world. The world, man, they got more guns than people in America.
I've had that conversation as well.
You know,
Yeah,
so why would I be? Well, you know what I'm saying? I have to be, and I encourage motor love and all the rest of y'all. Even them that's old enough, train them, take them out, put the earphones on, put the heart, some of their goggles on their eyes.
yeah,
They got to know how to wreck that thing, man.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. We're gonna be taking trips to the
Yeah.
ranges and all that. So yeah,
I seen a little girl. I seen a little girl had to be no more than four or five. Her dad had her out there, man.
oh yeah,
And she
oh
hit
yeah,
it
man.
to it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just we have to be. I'm not saying be violent. But
No.
I
Just
am saying
be
be
educated, be prepared.
armed and aware.
Yeah,
Is what I'm preaching.
yeah. I definitely, I like I said, I'm a big A2, Second Amendment, or
Yeah,
2A
me too.
individual, and I think that every person should have a means to protect themselves and others and their loved ones. So yeah, I don't think, and I would definitely push for education of a firearm as
Yeah.
well as
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so I don't think there's anything wrong with responsible gun owners out there. So
Yeah.
protect
Well,
yourself because it's gonna take.
don't keep
It's gonna take the police about good 15, 20 minutes sometimes to get to you. So don't rely
And
on
then you,
on that.
and then I don't know how they
And
gonna
then you
fucking,
don't, dude.
you know.
Uncle, I've covered story after story of where the homeowner calls the police and then they end up shot.
Man, I seen one, man. This is crazy, man. The man was the black man was a healthcare worker, and the white man was a patient, and the white man was having some type of a health crisis
Yeah.
and mental health crisis, and the black man kept trying to the police got called. Guess you know who got shot, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how, that's how we got. They didn't
Yeah.
kill him, but they shot him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's seen it
He
plenty of
kept trying.
times, man.
He kept trying to tell him, man, all he wanted is this toy bus. You know, his
Yeah.
little toy bus was out there. Within it, that's all he wanted. The white man, the white patient wanted. The
Yeah.
black mental health care worker kept trying to tell the police this.
Yeah.
They shot the black
Yeah.
kid, a guy the other day. Now, it could have been in Texas. The police dumped him out his wheelchair and shot him 11 times, man.
Wow.
11 times. Say he had a knife.
Wow.
And they say he was a young kid.
Oh, I think
who-
that was the one I seen where I think he was
Go
double
ahead.
amputated and he got out
Thank
and he
you.
was trying to run away or
Thank
something
you.
like that. I think that's the one I
No,
seen.
yeah, and he was having a mental health crisis. He was supposed to be fitted for prosthetics,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I know about that because my brother-in-law was injured like that, and he actually thought he could get up and walk,
Wow. Wow.
and they dumped him out of his wheelchair. And from what I understand, they shot him 11 times, man.
Yeah. 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 The if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So
Well, we
you
don't
know,
want to look like nails.
I definitely think that that they need some different type of structure to help with those mental health calls for people who are kind of trained in that field because if they're not properly trained for that.
I'm thinking the cops got mental health issues because
I wouldn't doubt it.
these are common sense. This is common sense thing. This got nothing to do. Man, you see, he ain't got no legs. The knife is out of his hand. He might be crawling for it, but he ain't no jujitsu. That can. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got what they call the matrix and stuff.
But I
right?
think again, to a hammer, everything looks like nails, right? So even
not
it
what
doesn't. They
yeah,
don't
that
take
is right.
the time to kind of
Yeah.
assess the situation, right? It's just, does it fit
Yeah.
this criteria? Can I use? I've been
Yeah.
waiting to use
Yeah.
my weapon. Can I use my weapon now?
Yeah. I'm like, I can't
and get
wait.
away
I can't
with
wait.
it.
I can wait. Shit. Old
We
lady,
can-
me and the old lady ain't been getting along. And all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I've just been waiting.
Yeah.
Is this the
Been
time that I
waiting
can
for
do
something
it?
like this. Eh?
Yeah.
It's just too bad that he ain't got no legs.
Because let's be honest, we could use less lethals, right? We could use a beanbag shotgun, or we can use a taser or something. But I don't want to use. I don't want to do that. I really would love to be able to just use my weapon.
And it was more than one.
It was more than one. It was people still rolling up to the scene and everything.
Yeah.
So, they definitely had more than one officer on scene. So yeah, I mean, it could have the same way that they brought in the church person that you were talking about. They brought him out safely. You know what I'm saying? With no incident. Send him to go get some Burger King. I'm pretty sure they could have done the exact same thing for this
I
person.
think they got him. They asked him did he want large fries or
Yes,
medium
and
fries.
and the person that was in that was double amputee didn't hurt anybody yet. I don't believe.
No.
You know,
He was having an
why
episode.
that
He was
treatment?
25 years old, man. Lost his legs. An athlete.
Yeah.
He was going through something.
Yeah. They felt like they had enough criteria to do it without getting in trouble, so they did it.
And in
There was
Texas, Abbott ain't gonna let nothing happen to him.
yeah.
I'd be surprised. I don't believe Abbott. Well, I know Abbott wouldn't let nothing happen to him. Abbott got his own health care issues. You know,
Yeah.
he in a wheelchair. You know,
And
that nobody
he wouldn't
gonna
even
say.
he wouldn't even
Yeah,
think about the guy
yeah,
in the wheelchair. He wouldn't
yeah.
even see
He,
him. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Like you would think it would
yeah,
be like, yo, we can connect.
a fellow brother,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, a fellow roller in these streets. You think that we would be able to connect? And no, it would not. It wouldn't happen, man. 'Cause I seen they were mad at Jasmine Crockett because she used the term Hot Wheels. But I swear, I'm not from Texas, but that is like a Texas thing. Everybody that I knew called him Hot Wheels. So I don't understand why that was such a problem.
Well, it's projection. It's projection, man. It's
Yeah.
Hot Wheels. They can say Trump can do whatever he wants and they'll forgive him. That whoever that drive them old crazy spaceship looking trucks make them
Oh, Tesla.
must.
Yeah,
He,
must.
he can do all the Nazi signs, and then they try to. I was born in 1964. All
Come
right.
on.
I've studied World War II
Come on.
forever, right?
Yeah.
I've seen so many Nazi signs.
Yeah.
This man did it twice.
It looked bona fide.
Slapped
Just
his
in
on
case
his
you didn't
chest.
see it the first time, I got another one for you.
He slapped his chest first, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna tell me that what's gonna happen, nephew? It's gonna come down to two different realities. Well,
Yeah.
one reality, two different perceptions.
Which that's always been a thing.
It's always been like that way.
Yeah.
That 20% right there, we need to put them back under the rocks they come out from under,
Yeah.
right? Because and we finna find out. I like the marches. I'm behind them. I'm rooting for them. I ain't crazy about the Negro spirituals, but if that's all y'all got, you know, you know,
You know what I'm saying?
God bless you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
It's hard to come up with one on the fly. You know what I'm saying? You just
Yeah, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing.
Yeah,
They ain't never had to fight for nothing. They ain't never had to fight for nothing.
So it probably would have had lattes in there. It probably would have said something about avocados. But yeah, I don't think they would have had the struggle in there. Yeah,
They ain't got nothing.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Hey man, I love you. I got to run there.
Thank you so much for coming up here and kicking it with me, Unc. I always have a blast
always
when
a
you come
pleasure.
up here. So I definitely always appreciate you being up here, man. Thank you so much.
Give me a heads up, man. Give me a heads up next time, man, so you can get me all wired up, man. I don't know how to do all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be every Sunday, so we here every Sunday.
Give me a heads up.
Yeah.
Before I don't mind.
Okay, yeah.
Love you, brother.
Yeah, love you too, Unc. And thanks again for coming through. I really, really do appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule
I love
to
you.
come out here.
I love your
and kicking
format,
it with
man.
me.
It's folks that I'll just tell you this real quick. And I don't know your situation, but it's folks that I know that have the kind of knowledge you have, that are, and you're way younger, and they can't find a way to dispense of this knowledge.
Yeah,
And you don't want to. Well, if you die, take the knowledge with you.
yeah,
What good is it? What good is it?
yeah,
To it's we talk about generational wealth, right? For us, knowledge is generational wealth.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now I'll tell you this: white folk, some of them been born on third base and act like they hit a triple.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Go through their whole lives acting like they hit a triple.
Yeah.
Right. So keep preaching, man. you know, I sent you some stuff. When you get ready, I don't care if it's 10 years from now. Get back with me on it, and God bless you, and God bless what you're doing. I'm so proud of you, man.
Likewise, thank you so much. I appreciate you again for coming through, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, Unc.
All right, love you,
All right, you
man.
take care. Love you. All right,
All right, love you.
again, give it up for Unc, man, coming through.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
All right, man. Man, it's always a pleasure to have Unc on here, man. He gonna tell it like it is, okay? So if you're sensitive, you might wanna stay at home because he gonna bring that real. All right, and I got one more clip for you guys, man. Thank you guys for sticking it out with us as well.
A black man returns his groceries at Whole Foods after being falsely accused of theft. To body slam a black male, his own dog, the canine, turns against the police. Here it is.
You want to go? I don't know, bro. He can bite me. Well, he actually. What he do? He ain't do that. He ain't. Oh my God! He biting him. He biting his ass.
All right, man. Oh my God, that's so cute. Not the situation, but the way she said that. Yeah, crazy. All right, crazy, craziness. It was like even the dog knew he was wrong. He was like, "Wait a minute, homie, he ain't supposed to be doing this. Get that dog a raise, man. Get that dog a raise." Crazy scene, man. I do not like these dogs out here like that. It brings back certain visuals, you know what I'm saying, from way back in the past of how these dogs were used, man. Same type of German Shepherd looking dogs. And it doesn't seem like it was warranted in this situation. You had people who were in bathing suits, no threat at all, who, you know, weighed a fraction of that guy. So I think it was definitely an overkill and something that was not needed during that situation. And again, he was walking away. He was doing his thing. I don't understand why I think that is he might have been felt a little hurt and decided that he had to take somebody down and decided to take that young man down. I don't think it should. Oh, thank you. I just seen somebody hit the like button. Thank you so much, man. I'm gonna give you a round of applause, man. Thank you for hitting that like button. But yeah, it was so many, you know, it could have just, again, you don't have to take every battle. You can let some things just let them go. Let him go, but you had to take him down, and the dog decided to bite your ass. No, just playing. But that is the end of the show, man. Thank y'all for coming through, chilling and kicking it with me.
Where'd you find this?
Yes, man. I definitely do appreciate you all coming in, hitting the like button, man. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Thank you so much for coming in, dropping the comments, man. K. Emil, Miss Shanti, More to Love, my uncle, Diz Riz in the building, man. Give it up for Diz Riz. Also coming through, and just you guys for coming through and chopping it up with me. I really do appreciate the engagement. I really do enjoy your feedback, your comments, all the above. I really, really appreciate it. Miss Shanti said a great show. Thank you, Miss Shanti. I definitely do appreciate that. You don't give me a lot of kind words, but you gave me one today, and I appreciate it. My brother in the building, man. What it do, man? Looking too cool over there. What it do, man? Thank you guys so much for coming through. I really do appreciate you guys. I will be here next week. I'll be here next week, Sunday, same place, same time. That's going to be Sunday, 5 o'clock Central Time. Come through, say what's up, chop it up with me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, peace out, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully it goes smooth.